Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 49 of my Billionaire Minecraft series where I will collect 1 billion iron ingots, gold ingots, diamonds, and emeralds using the All the Mod 6 mod pack in modded Minecraft 1.16. In today's episode, I'm going to set up a giant solar array from the mod Environmental Energy, which is basically just an offshoot of the mod Environmental Tech, and then I'm going to set up an Induction Matrix from the mod Mechanism, which is just a giant battery. So let's get started. So first off, I am at a new area to where I haven't really built anything yet, and that is a platform made of concrete in the middle of this lake here, and my main base is down here to the southeast. So what I need to do right now is I need to claim all of these chunks, and I also need to chunk load them. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. So right now I'm just holding the left click button. Now I need to shift and left click so that I can chunk load them now that I have claimed these chunks. So these chunks are now chunk loaded so that they will be loaded all of the time when the server's running. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to make a giant solar array. So I'm using the mod Environmental Energy, like I said, and I'm going to be using the tier 8 solar panel or solar array. So what I need for this are 289 solar cells, and I should have 289 of the tier 8 solar cells, and then 72 frames of the tier 8 variety, and then 4 IO blocks, which are just FE outputs, and then also 16 modifiers. So I do have 16 piezo modifiers as well as 16 null modifiers. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I will probably be using the piezo modifiers because if I remember right, that just means that it will generate some energy when it is raining rather than not being able to generate at all. So let's get started and let's figure out where I want to build this. So I think I'm going to go over here to this corner and kind of go off from this corner. The solar array is going to be rather large, so let's go ahead and let's build it up from right here. So I do want to build it up a little bit. It doesn't need to be super high, but I do want to build it up a little bit, like I said. So let's do 5 and then put the solar panel on top, or the primary or the initial block of the solar cell here. So the next thing I want to do is fly up on top of it. Actually, I don't want to fly up on top of it. I do want to hit this button right here. And unfortunately, we cannot auto build these environmental structures anymore. So let's hit the preview button, and it should go ahead and tell us where all of the blocks are going to need to be. So as we can see, this structure is rather large. And even with how much I moved it, actually, did I move it the perfect amount? I didn't even plan that, but cool. It seems like I moved it exactly the perfect amount. I could have not had it quite so high, but it's fine that it's up that high. It's not going to hurt anything. So let's get to building. So first off, let's do the outputs, and it looks like the outputs are going to be these blocks right here. So once again, Environmental Tech does this funny thing when sometimes when you initially try to put a block on these ghost blocks here, and that it gives you basically a lapis and it doesn't actually place the block. You have to go back in your inventory and just re-click on that. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and work on the outside of this structure, which is just the structure blocks right here. So let's go ahead and do that super quick. And I'm not sure if when placing all of these solar cells, if it's going to be able to play, or if they automatically face up, or if they don't. I'm not super sure because it's been a long time since I built one of these things, to be honest. And the mod has changed significantly, so I'll have to watch out for that. So let's get the solar cells next. And it does look like they're going to face up no matter what, which is cool. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to place all of these solar cells off camera because this is just going to take quite a while. I'm not sure that I could use my builder's wand for this either because of these ghost blocks here. So I'm not really, I don't need to try that. So I'm just going to put all of these solar cells down, and once I have them placed down, I will be right back. Now that I have the upper portion of the solar array complete, let's work on the lower part. So what we need to do now is place the modifier blocks. And I think that's just about it. So I'm going to use these piezo modifiers at first. I may end up replacing them with null modifiers, but probably not. So actually I just need to move this. And then this should be good to go, I think. Unless I'm missing something, and it kind of seems like I am. Oh, no, I'm not. So Holy moly, this thing produces a lot of power. I knew it would, but I didn't know that it'd be that high. So that's really, really cool. The next thing I want to do is I want to actually build an induction matrix, which is just a giant battery. I'm going to build it directly underneath the solar panel because why not? So let's actually kind of extend from the corner and let's start, let's say right here. And I just want to kind of finish right here, I think. And this is once again a multi-block structure that is from the mod mechanism that will store a lot of power. So the reason why obviously I have a battery here or why I want a battery here is that I will need this to have energy during the nighttime. And so by just building this induction matrix, which is completely overkill for what I'm going to be doing at this base in the future, I'll have more than enough energy. And with this solar array, like I just said, I'm going to have way more energy than I need here. Might as well have more, too much than too little. So actually what I might end up doing is just building this up directly up against the solar array here. So what I'm going to do is actually put the IO blocks, which would be the induction ports, directly up against the FE outputs. And then grabbing more induction matrix frames and building the roof of it at this level here. So it would have been smart had I actually grabbed some builder's wands, because that would be super helpful right now. And in fact, I might have to race back to my main base and do that, because yeah, that's going to help me out a lot if I just grab a builder's wand. So let's do that real fast. Sorry if things are a little bit stuttery right here. YouTube and compression tends to do that sometimes. So let me grab my wand, and I might actually even need more induction casings. I'm not entirely sure. So let's tell my system to actually make more of these things. And how fast does it actually make them? Because I might just wait on a few of them, because I feel like I might be just a little bit short right here. Okay, so that should work. Hopefully that's enough. And let's race back over here and continue with this build. So to make things easier, let's go ahead and build the ring around the Rosie. And then I can use my builder's wand here in a second to actually build this up. But I'm not going to do that until I kind of finish out my top side here. So let's grab that wand. Let's put it right here and change it to left-right mode. And then I need it to do one over, so that's cool. And then, oh, I didn't put an induction port here. That was a mistake. So let's go ahead and do this now. Now we're basically there. Okay, cool. And now I just need to change it to the, and I'm just shift and scrolling here, change it to no restriction mode, and then I can do that. So right now this thing is complete, but because it does not have any internals, it cannot store any energy, and it has no capacity, does not have any input or output. So we can fix that by breaking this thing open and putting some stuff on the interior here. So what I have are two ultimate induction providers. There are different tiers of the ultimate induction providers and ultimate induction, or induction cells and induction providers. Sorry, the ultimate tier is the highest tier that Mechanism provides. And each of these blocks provides, the induction cells provide storage, and the induction providers actually provide input-output rate changes for the induction matrix. So I have two of these, and let's go ahead and put them, let's just put them together over here, and then I have 20 of the induction cells, and let's put them away over here. So that's cool. And then when I close this thing up, I'm hoping that it will actually be able to accept energy directly from the solar cell without any, yes, it is. So that's fantastic. So yeah, we're getting a lot of energy super quickly. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous, to be honest, how much energy I'm getting. But I think that's actually a pretty good wrapping up point for today's episode. I know it was pretty simple, but this structure will kind of provide the basis for my base here that I will be building. And I have at least one big thing planned for this big concrete platform, and I might do some other things here as well. But I have the energy that I will need now, so that's really, really cool. So in today's episode, I set up this giant tier 8 solar array here, and then underneath I built a battery which is directly connected up to the solar cell itself. Now in the future I will need to add more induction ports to the side of this thing so that I can actually draw energy out, but for right now it's not really a big deal because I don't have anything that I need to connect up right now. So this is going to provide lots and lots of energy for my base, and that is really, really cool. So if you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop a like down below. If there's anything I could have done better or differently, just let me know down in the comments, as I do read all of the comments. If you enjoy large-scale automation in modern Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.